What's going on, guys? It's Danny here, and this is going to be a Season 2 BiS list for Shadow Priest, for PvP, and especially for Arena. I'm going to show you my gear planner with all the items, enchants and gems, and I'm also glad to be able to show you Evolve's gear planner as well, the items that he thinks he's going to be using in Season 2 and why, and what thoughts he shared with me, and I'm going to share with you my thoughts as well. If you haven't heard of Evolve the Shadow Priest, he is one of the very best Shadow Priests out there from many private servers, and he is the only Shadow Priest who got rank 1 in Season 1 of TBC Classic. He got it in 2v2 playing with a rogue, Shadow Priest rogue comp. On EU at least, I'm not sure if on another region there was a rank 1 Shadow Priest. For me, I managed to get Gladiator in 3v3 playing the Shatterplay comp, me the Shadow Priest with Frost Mage and Resto Shaman. First I'm going to show you my gear. For Season 2 I'll be using the full Merciless Satin set, neck Veteran's Pendant of Dominance, cloak is a Royal Cloak of the Sunstriders, this is from Tempest Keep I think, Bracer Veteran's Cuffs, Merciless Gladiator Weapon, Merciless Gladiator Offhand, Veteran's Dreadweave Belt, pants from the set, Veteran's Dreadweave Stalkers, Veteran's Band of Dominance, this is actually a very big upgrade. This ring becomes available in Phase 2. The Seal of the Danzalar, this is from SSC I believe, one of the bosses from the Lurker I think. Medallion, Icon of the Silver Crescent, and the Wand of the Merciless Gladiator. My enchants are exactly the same as in Phase 1. That's the Glyph of Power, the Aldor enchant for caster, Spell Penetration on Cloak, Resilience on Chest, Stamina on Bracer, Soul of Frost on Weapon, Spell Damage on Gloves, the Runic Spell Thread on Pants, 4 Speed Boots, and Spell Enchants on the rings. And my gems are the meta gem, still the same, it's always the best, 18 Stamina and 5% Stun Resist. On the red sockets, it's the Glowing Night's Eye, 5 spell damage and 6 stamina, and on the yellow sockets is the Steady Tails side, if I'm not mistaken, it's 4 resilience and 6 stamina. So I'm going to use the full Satin set now. In Season 1, here is my gear at the end of Season 1. So Season 1 I finished with double Mooncloth, gloves and shoulders, and 3 items of Satin. I was doing the double healer set for extra resilience. And in Season 2, with full Season 2 gear and the full Satin set, my resilience will be 445. My shadow damage with Season 1 gear was 802. And here with Season 2 gear, my shadow damage will be 907. HP unbuffed was almost 10k and 8200 mana. And with Season 2 gear, it's gonna look like 10.7k HP and 8700 mana. And now to show you what gear Evolve is thinking about using. But first, a couple of very important things that he told me. He said that gear is a personal preference and there is nothing that's like a must have and you must do this, otherwise it's not gonna work. Nothing is set in stone. Also that the way you build your gear and your gems is comp based too, and I would tell you guys to not overthink too much about your gear, because having 10 spell damage less but 10 stamina more, it's not gonna change the world. It's not gonna be the difference between, you know, being rank 1 and not being rank 1, or being gladiator and not being gladiator. The best way would be to try a little different things and see what works best for you. So what he's thinking of doing is he's going to use the full Satin set, Necky's Pendant of the Lost Ages. This neck is from SSC boss I believe. The cloak I wanna use too from Tempest Keep boss. Veterans, Dreadweave, Bracers, Merciless Gladiator Weapon, Offhand, the belt with Engineering, Merciless Pants, Veterans Dreadweave Boots, Band of Alar, this is a ring that drops from Tempest Keep too I believe, Veteran Band of Dominance, Icon of the Silver Crescent, Medallion of the Horde and Merciless Gladiator wand. So first of all, this is a Phase 1 item with Badges of Justice, and it still feels the best to have in Phase 2 because damage on use is huge to have, because you can control it, you can use it when you need it, and you also get a lot of damage passive from it. And there is no such thing with better, you know, passive damage and more than this on use in Phase 2. The only difference in our enchants is the 15 spell damage from him on Bracer instead of 12 stamina on me. And he's actually going for the 80 spell penetration by gemming 3 gems of 10 on the chest and 2 gems of 10 on the shoulders. And he basically said that this is based on playing Shadow Priest Rogue in 2v2. If he was to play Shadow Priest Mage, he would definitely go for more stamina and resilience, which are these gems, 4 resilience and 6 stamina. On the helm he has this one red unique 12 spell damage gem that you can buy with honor, and he said that there is a chance that he might not even get the cloak and the ring because, I don't know, maybe he won't be raiding in phase 2, or he thinks he will be a bit unlucky because in phase 1 him and his partner barely got any PvE loot. So the point that he made is that when he plays with mage he will be a bit more tanky, but with rogue he would have more damage and more aggressive. After seeing him interested in this cloak, I'm going to go for it as well, because I was gonna use the season 1 with honor Surgeon's heavy cape, but it becomes a bit outdated. It's only 16 resilience, no big deal if you lose that. And this one is 44 spell damage over the Surgeon's, which is 26 only. 33 stamina, this is 27, no big difference in stamina, and you actually get more intellect from this cloak. The neck pendant of the Lost Ages, which is 20% reduction on interrupt effects and silences. I'm definitely willing to try it if I get it, but most likely I'm going to stick with the veterans because it also has a socket, so it's 9 bonus stamina together with the socket bonus 4 resilience. It's more stamina from the neck itself and 18 resilience. And soon I will say something very important that he told me and what I feel about it. Another important thing about this 20% reduction on interrupt effects is it reduces the time you are locked. Let's say a rogue kicks you, mage CSs you or warrior pummels you, it reduces the time that you are locked in shadow, let's say if you got locked in shadow. So definitely willing to try it if I get it. We must mention the belt. The belt in season 1 was actually broken in 2v2 arena, especially when you play double DPS or you play against double DPS. In season 1 I played 2v2 until 2.2k rating somewhere, and there were so many situations where I felt if I had the belt I would have lived longer here, or not even died at all. But I don't have engineering on my main priest on the undead, but maybe I'll level it on my dwarf and try to do 2v2, because in season 2 it's not much different than season 1. So if the belt is not touched by Blizzard, meaning they don't nerf it by making it backfire more, let's say, or the shield that it gives absorbs less damage, if they don't do anything in season 2, definitely the belt is going to be very good. But in 3v3 arena, which is the main thing I played in season 1, the belt isn't as nearly as good actually. Very few people were using belt that I saw, and I was not using it myself. None of my teammates were using it, because in 3v3, first of all, I have a healer with me, right? And also I am not always the target. In our shatter play comp, our mage can die if they have a disc priest with a fast mass dispel. Our shaman can die, he's pretty squishy too, so I'm not always the target. But in 2v2, if you have played shadow priest, you are like 90% of the time the target, right? So completely agree with the belt in season 2 from engineering in 2v2 arena, but 3v3 and 5v5 arena a lot more situational, or just I didn't even have it in season 1. The ring that he wants to use, he told me he wants his intellect, and it makes sense because with the belt not giving any, you getting intellect from here makes perfect sense. I don't have a ring with intellect on the second slot, but still our mana is very similar, 8700, 8610. And now I want to share something very important that he told me. You can see how his build is a lot more aggressive. He went for 80 spell penetration, so he can blast on priests even without dispelling the shadow protection, or even to have the ability to kill warlocks after them having so much resistances. His health with this gear would be 1000 less than mine, and he also said at one point offense is the best defense. And I can completely agree with that, but also that can backfire really hard, and you can end up feeling very weak and like you're always dying very fast and you can't do much. Especially for newer players. This offense is the best defense, for sure applies to him because him and his teammate have been playing the Shadow Priest Rogue in 2v2 comp for many years, and they are probably the best at it out there. And they know very well how to position. His rogue knows when and how to peel for him to survive. It's similar to how, let's say, people can get Gladiator with only half BiS gear or only 40% of the gear being BiS. Or, you know, they get level 70 pretty fresh, and with still blue leveling gear, they get to something like 1800 2k rating right away, and they start getting decent amount of arena points per week. Only people with a lot of experience can do that. But for a newer player, it definitely seems a bit more safe to build more tanky. So my personal recommendation for a starter would be to build a bit more tanky like this. So I'm definitely willing to try the neck that he has here on this, and willing to try more spell penetration once I have the full gear. And the full Satin set over having shoulders and gloves from the Mooncloth set, because season 2 gear already gives more resilience. And something very important, you get more damage by wearing the DPS, you know, shoulders and gloves over the healer ones. So playing 2v2 arena with a mage, being a new player to Shadow Priest like I said before, and 3v3 arena more like this, 445 resilience, 10.7k HP unbuffed seems really good to me. Playing 2v2 Shadow Priest Rogue, you can choose Evolve's approach of more aggressive. They for sure in season 1 were very good at killing priests with this like just full Zug mode without even dispelling most likely. And obviously with more spell penetration your silence will resist less on people with shadow resistance. So that's going to be it for the season 2 BiS gear. In case you're wondering about talents, I already have a video about talents. I will link it in the description of the video. You can check out also the talents here on this link with the gear planner that I will link in the description of the video as well. I still stand behind that video I made with talents before TBC Classic started. It's very similar to that one, only a couple talents are different in the discipline tree. Without even knowing before what he used, when he shared with me, Evolve is using pretty much the same spec, just 1 point in here instead of a random point of silent resolve. So if you want, you can check out my talents video. I'm going to link Evolve's gear planner in the description, but remember that it's situational and personal preference. In the description of the video, I'm also going to link Evolve's Twitch stream and his YouTube channel, so you can check out the recent video he made. It's really good, Evolve 5 PvP video. And he also told me that he will maybe stream in season 2. I'm not sure where he's gonna stream, Twitch on YouTube, so I'm gonna link both. For sure every Shadow Priest can learn something from him. So if he does decide to stream, check him out and give him some motivation, you know. You can also follow me, as always, on Twitch. I try to stream a lot. Sub to the YouTube channel if you want to see more videos. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.